Hello, my friend. Welcome to Flow with Jess. If you're new here and this is the first time that you have come across this channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. I have to believe that there's a reason that you came across this today, and I do hope that you'll stay. If you are returning, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. It's been such a blessing to come online, to speak with you, and to have this channel where I get to connect with so many like-minded people on all of my favorite topics, and for that I'm so happy. The very first thing I want to do is just give a little shout out and a little thank you to someone that I met here on YouTube. His name is Troy, and he is the host of his own YouTube channel called Last Call with Troy Picelli. And he was so kind. Him, his wife, and his dear friend, they invited me to come on their podcast as a co-host, and they brought me in as someone a little bit different than, and I mean different as in their channel content varies from mine. But Troy and I have been speaking for months now, and you know, he's been supporting me, and he invited me onto his channel, and I just had the greatest time. So I just wanted to say thank you, and if anyone is interested in checking out his channel, I highly recommend it. It's so cool getting to connect with people, isn't it? I was just listening to an old video where to be honest with you, I it's not one that I posted, it's just one that I have in my camera roll, and I was having a little bit of a anxiety episode, and I was just really in the feels, and I clicked on this video, and I think you can say scrubbed, I'm not quite sure, but I just went through it, and I landed on a line, and I said, I miss having friends. I haven't had friends in a really long time, and I miss friendship. And as an adult, you often hear other adults being like, it's really hard to have friends, and I feel like that because I haven't had a best friend since I was in high school, and like that was 15 years ago. And you know, I'm sure there's people out there that have had friends their entire life, or they have a best friend right now, and I'm like, I have no idea what that's like. I feel like I have just been alone for so long. I'm so grateful I have my husband, and you know, I've had really nice coworkers, and I do have I have a few very good people that I love very much, and I care for them deeply, but it's hard to navigate relationships, at least for me. And I always feel like I'm a really bad friend because, you know, I don't always remember birthdays, and I don't always give Christmas presents, and I sometimes don't text back, and I don't invite people to things, and I'm a bit of a hermit crab. So it's not conducive to having friendships. But I'm trying to change that. I'm really trying to change that. And this past week was one of those weeks that I feel like has shifted the trajectory of my life. We'll see. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but it feels good. I had this beautiful opportunity with Troy, and like that felt so nice to be included and invited into someone else's world, to be a part of it, like to have a seat at the table, and like that was amazing. But then I also had this beautiful opportunity. That same day, I was invited to teach yoga at this pop-up spa, and I met this person who was organizing this event and, has this really amazing business. And we just got to talking. And I got to hear all about the vision, and I got to hear about the why behind these events and the why behind this how this person is going about their life. And it was really beautiful to connect. And I got to spend a full day in this environment with this person, and along the way I got to meet so many cool people. And through that connection, I was then invited to attend other events. And I had these really beautiful connections and conversations. And my mind was just blown. And I just felt like I was coming home. I did something really brave, in my opinion, and I was invited to attend a event from somebody that I just met, and I was so scared to go. I was so scared. I was like getting pushed. Like the universe was making it so that it was something that I needed to go to. And I was kind of fighting it, but eventually I got myself out the door. But then, all the nerves set in and all the, but what if? And I got there, and this was a really small event, again, with people that, like, I don't know. There was one person that I had just met, and I did it. I opened the door, I went in, I sat down, I struck up a conversation, I said hello, and, the night ensued. And I ended up, making really lovely connections with a handful of people. And I'm so grateful that I did that. I'm so grateful that these people brought me into their world. And if you're a hermit crab, you know that it can be really hard to come out of your shell. So, I felt like it was a really big victory. I felt like it was really brave and really necessary, and taking these steps towards connecting with like-minded souls is something that I've wanted for so long. But I have made every excuse in the book to not be in other people's worlds. And I'm really trying to change that. And, it's so interesting because I'm not sure if anyone else has felt like this, but, when you meet someone new, like, same gender or even, opposite gender, and you're trying to become friends with them, like, you get butterflies. Like, you get nervous. You are unsure. You're trying to, like, put your best foot forward. You're trying to, engage with them in a way so that you're, like, courting them as a friend, right? And I don't often have this happen where I meet somebody and I just right off the bat click with them. And it's so interesting feeling the nerves like it's a first date, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, should I text them? Should I message? Should I like we've had our first date as friends. Now what? Was it a one-off, or are they thinking about me like I'm thinking about them? And it's like, dang, it's just like dating, even with friends. I guess that's why, I think Bumble, the dating app, I'm pretty sure that they have a friend side, and I'm sure that people feel this way as well, like kind of nervous, like, oh my gosh, are they gonna text me back? Did they have a good time like I did? And so yeah, it's so interesting because I've spent the last 2 days just processing and thinking about all that happened, and just making these connections in my mind and seeing how they feel, and, kind of playing around with this idea of like, okay, like we had this first impression. Now, is it going to turn into a friendship? Is it going to turn into something that happens more often? And it's just tingly. I said to the universe a little while back, I was like, universe, like, I'm kind of sick of gratitude. And like, I'm just kind of sick of it. Like, I have been, I practice gratitude. I practice gratitude every day. I try to make it a point to be grateful for many, many things throughout the day. And it's something that I've done for a really long time. But I said to the universe, I was like, I'm kind of over gratitude. I'm just kind of over it. I'm just kind of over it. Like, is there another way to show my appreciation or my love, my connection, my heartfelt thank you without it being like gratitude? Kind of a weird thought, right? Because I've found myself since that moment finding more and more things to be grateful for, and not knowing the term, the way to wrap it all up with a pretty little bow in order to give thanks. And I just like don't want it to be gratitude for some reason. But because I don't have a term, I am grateful and appreciative and excited and turned on by this newness in my life that I feel is blossoming. And it's been a long time. It's been a really, really long time. I went through a really profound, introspective, dark night of the soul. It was challenging, very, very challenging, and it is so relieving to be on the other side of that part of the cycle, and to be moving into this world with hopefully grace, love, respect, light, love, and all of the other amazing terms that I can't even think of right now that I am trying to find in my vocabulary in order to show my gratitude. So thank you to all of you for being here. This is a messy, chaotic journey, and I am ever changing. I am always shifting. I am always flowing with the moon, flowing with the cycles in my life, and hopefully that keeps things interesting. So if you haven't already, I would really appreciate a subscribe. What I would appreciate more would be a comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you have a gratitude practice, or if you have another practice to show your love and light and appreciation for all that you have. I'd love to know. And with that, my friends, have a beautiful rest of your day or night, and I'll see you soon.